Not only want to encourage the Cocopah Indian tribe to participate in the census, but everyone else that that watches this podcast can partake in becoming part of the census and help fix the problems that we're currently facing with underfunding programs.
So we want to make sure that we get counted this year, because that means money for our schools, for our medical facilities, for housing in my case.
Thank you for joining us at Cocopah Now. I'm Jonathan Athens. Starting on June 8th, census enumerators will be at the Cocopah Indian Tribe, and they'll be going door to door to drop off the census packets. Joining us to talk about this, Raymond Robles, Executive Director, Cocopah Housing, Rosa J. Long, Councilwoman, Cocopah Tribal Council. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
We have some very important information to share, and what's going to go out to the community starting today are these door knockers. Mr. Robles, I believe your department is going to be
correct, yeah.
issuing these. These door hangers have very important information that we need to share with the community for what you need to expect when the census workers stop by. Basically, 3 Cocopah tribal members are working for the census, and they're the ones that are going to be stopping by, but you need to know this information here. And Ms. Long, could you tell us about the first point?
Census workers will be coming around to your homes, and they are required to wear gloves, masks, and also carry hand sanitizer with them, and also have census badges that you can identify them with. So that is important for all of our community members to understand that these things, for their safety and their knowledge of who's coming to their door at that time, the individuals coming will have badges identifying them for the work that they're doing in the community.
And then point number 2, the census workers will only drop off the questionnaire package at each household. They will not knock on doors or interact with persons within the household. So they will just leave your packet for the census for 2020 with no contact.
And that's important to know. They're not going to knock on the door. They're just going to drop off this information. And what you're going to basically get is the census packet with a letter similar to this here. But the other critical part is how you respond on the census. And on the back of this door knocker, it shows exactly how to identify yourself when they ask the question of race.
Yes, so for example, when it does ask you person's race, it gives you some checkoff boxes. And if you are an enrolled member of the Cocopah Indian Tribe, then you would simply check off the Native American box, and also then fill in the Cocopah Indian Tribe as your affiliated tribe. And or if you are from another Native American tribe, then you would insert that name there. So it is important that you are clear and it is legible so that the census government can see that this is accurate information.
And it's critical that people complete the census. If you haven't done it, please do it now, because that information means money for the Cocopah Indian Tribe for very specific things.
Yes, unfortunately, the census is only every 10 years, and so we want to make sure that we get counted this year, because that means money for our schools, for our medical facilities, for housing in my case, and for roads. And so money nationally is distributed based on the census. And the other important component of it is that lots of districts get redistricted for representatives in Congress. And so it's important to fill out the census this year to be counted, because it means dollars to Cocopah Tribe for essential facilities.
And it's important that everyone is counted.
That is correct.
Because when you look at this, we saw a significant jump when we did this last podcast telling people about the census. Cocopah's response rate jumped up, and that's significant. But we're not quite where we need to be, and we want to move that needle upward. We want to get more people to go ahead and
Yes,
fill
and
out the census.
we not only want to encourage the Cocopah Indian tribe to participate in the census, but everyone else that that watches this podcast can partake in becoming part of the census and help fix the problems that we're currently facing with underfunding programs. And as Mr. Robles was saying, this is funding that every community needs, and so it is important. We're going to wait another 10 years to be counted again, and that's a long time coming. Families grow, and we need to be counted. Everyone counts, as they say. So it is important that you take the time. It does not take very much time from your day to go over simple questions and answer them to the best of your ability, and making sure that this funding works for that particular person, for every person. So, I'm really excited for the Cocopah Indian Tribe to fully participate in the Census 2020, and I believe Mr. Robles will go over the contact information on where to go.
Right. So it's very easy to do your census this year by phone. You can call 844-330-2020, and they will send you through a series of prompts when you will actually be connected with a worker who will help you complete the census by phone. The other way you can register pretty easily is go online, go to www.2020census.gov, and it's a pretty quick process to complete that form. Or if you prefer, you could fill out the paperwork that's coming to you on Monday and mail it in. If you think about the next 10 years for the United States budget is going to be released over the next decade, you are doing this not only for yourself, but you're doing this for your children and your grandchildren for the future. So it's important to be counted because the monies are attached to the count, and this information is not shared with any law enforcement. It's not shared with any agency at all. It's completely private, and it won't be disclosed for 75 years.
It's 100% confidential.
100% confidential, so we want you to feel free to disclose how many people are in your household, and especially if they are Cocopah. And so if you fill out the form correctly, then we're going to get counted and we're going to get funded for the essential services that we need here on the Cocopah tribe.
And make sure to watch for this door hanger. It's going to be distributed today. And if you have any additional questions, you can call Mr. Robles at 627-8863. That's going to do it for us for now. We're going to have additional podcasts and some PSAs produced over the next few weeks. Thank you for joining us.